Well, hello, Purple Raider family. It's Tom, and I'm here to see you. I do have my handy coffee cup, but we're getting ready to start up the semester. And Monday the 10th, we have our students and our faculty and staff, and hopefully many of you visiting us on campus as we start the spring semester 2022. So I've got my coffee, and I'm just going to talk by myself today. And next month, we'll come back with an interesting guest and make it all the more exciting. But it's good to be back with you. I hope all of you had a very restful holiday, that you got to reconnect with others. And I am going to go right out and guarantee that 2022 is going to be so much better than 2021. And if you don't agree with me, please turn off your screen. Okay, and the rest of you stayed. So we're going to do it. We're going to make it work this year. So I'm glad to have you here. I'm going to look down from time to time. I'm reading from a list of things that we're talking about because I wanted to give you a sense of what's happening on campus and what we think it's going to be like this semester as we go through and quickly get to May when we have commencement. And right now, that commencement is going to be in person because everything we can do in person is going to be in person. So here we go. Here's some of the things that we're doing right now. Wanted to give a shout out to the nursing program. They have been named the best in Ohio by Nursing School Almanac. So number one, nursing, way to go. Very proud of all our health science programs and all our students and faculty. That is terrific. And one of the ways that we get to be number one is we bring in and retain great students. So we wanted to announce that we have renewed the Investment Alliance Award. And over the break, I had the very much privilege, one of the best parts of this work is to call those high school students and tell them, hey, you interviewed. There were over 60 students on campus interviewing for those awards. And 8 of them got to get the call. A lot of the others getting called, they're also getting scholarships, but we have 8 who are local students from Alliance and local areas and applicants to the school who are coming in the Investment Alliance, and then those students who are getting those presidential scholarships. I know I'm mixing them together, but I get so fired up when I start thinking about students who are going to get a chance to be here and do the Purple Raider part of it. We released new protocols a few days ago for pandemic safety. We are requiring masks on campus. So if you are in a public place, I'm sitting in my office all by myself, took the mask off. But if I go out in the hallways or I walk over to a classroom, over to the dining hall, they are open. Everything's going on. There's a basketball game scheduled for tonight, men's team. There's women's team is playing tomorrow. Swim meets, wrestling. We've got music performances. It's all going on. We ask you to kindly wear a mask. And if you need to stay away for a few days, stay away. And when it's time to come back, we want you back as soon as you're ready to be able to be here. So that's where we're at on the protocols. We are doing a lot of testing, hundreds and hundreds of tests. Our tests last semester, 0.3% were positive. That tells you how many tests we're doing of both athletes and the surveillance testing. The other things that are going on now is that we are giving an early assurance to our students who are coming in for the Masters of Science and Physician Assistant Studies and the Doctor of Physical Therapy. So some of the students who are coming in as undergraduates, they keep up their grade point, keep the work up, they're going to have a pathway to go directly into those master's programs. The other spots will have competition from students who are coming from other institutions. So we're looking forward to that and continuing the growth of service to our community and keeping everybody healthy. Oak Hall expansion is almost done. The giant garage door that went on the back so we can bring in those buggies and carts and the things that we're building for engineering took a long time to get here. There are difficulties getting things moved from here to there, but it's installed. The building is beautiful. It is fabulous. I want to thank all of you who helped support that effort and make it a reality. It will open later this month. We're still working on getting in things like desks and whiteboards and such that are more challenging to get than they were, say, 2 years ago. But I suspect that building will be open somewhere around the end of this month. It's really on schedule. It's on budget. And our engineering and business students are going to really be thrilled, our faculty. So come see it, and we'll be doing that. And another thing that we're doing that's a little bit different this year is we're starting something called Raider Ready. So Raider Ready is a program that we're doing in conjunction with our Barnes & Noble bookstore, and students will receive their books for free. So when they come to class and they decide, you know what, I don't think that stats course that Botzman's teaching this semester, that's not my cup of, I've got my book, but I'm going to change to another subject. And that apparently happens. They'll have the new book and it'll be there. And all they have to do is drop off the old book and pick up the new one. We've found through studies nationally that a lot of students, in trying to cut back on their expenses, have stopped buying books. So no excuses, get your books, do your homework, get good grades, graduate, go on to do great things. We're going to have free books. That will start the fall semester, and our faculty will be getting in their book orders. They will be able to use the same teaching materials that they always use. There's no change to the academic program. The quality is not going to be impacted by this. The key is, on day one, your books are ready. You get ready. Let's get to class. Got a lot going on in athletics. Men's basketball is currently ranked number 15 in the nation. They're one game back in the OAC standings. So of the 10 OAC schools, they're right there. On Saturday, January 15th, we're going to have a 4 o'clock game against Otterbein, and we're going to honor the anniversary of our 25th anniversary of the 1997 Sweet 16 team. So I hope you'll see you over for the game on January 15th against Otterbein. It's going to be a big day. We're scoring 87.9 points per game. That's second in the OAC. And I understand playing some pretty good defense as well. The women's basketball team is 2-1 at home. A little shout out to junior Emma Cannon, who's among the OAC leaders in scoring this year. And Susie Venn at 98, and some of you know that Susie was one of my students. She gets all the credit for her work. She's in her 17th year as a head coach, and she now has 280 career wins, 269 at the University of Mount Union. But come in and support our teams. The students and all of us want to see you there. Wear a mask. You can just shout a little bit louder that way. Wrestling team is currently ranked number 14 in the nation. We have 4 individual wrestlers who are ranked, and I'm thrilled with the first-year work of Coach Ryan Riggs, who came to us from Massillon Perry High School grad and who was a coach at Ferrum College in Virginia. Ryan, we're off to a great start. Keep the grapplers winning, and let's keep going there. We had a wrestling meet about a month ago where we had 10 teams here, all in the field house and running the matches. A lot of excitement and a lot of good talent there. In swimming and diving, the men are 5-1 overall and 1-1 in the OAC. The women are 2-4, but they did win the Worcester Invitational. The men were second at the Worcester Invitational. We'll be having the championships for the OAC swimming championships February 17th to the 19th. Those will be held at the University of Akron, but we're the host school for that this year. Indoor track and field, they were picked first in the OAC coaches preseason poll, and they're looking to win their 10th straight and their record 40th OAC men's track and field title. We've only had 3 coaches in all the time that I've been around and long before I got here. 40 OAC men's track and field titles. Shout out to those athletes and the coaches and all those that are supporting them. Keep on winning, keep on doing great things. The women were also picked first in the OAC preseason poll, and they're looking to win their 9th conference title. And they finished first or second every year since 2013. And we will be hosting the OAC Indoor Track and Field Championships February 25th and 26th at the Peterson Fieldhouse right here on campus. So a lot of athletics going on. Check the schedule, make sure that everything's still squared up the way it is. Our students are here to compete in the classroom, to be champions in the classroom. They are champions on the field in their intercurriculars and in just being really good people. Come give them a cheer and cheer them on as they keep winning. Got some upcoming events that I hope you'll come join us for. Martin Luther King Jr. Week, January 17th to the 21st. We are very excited about having it be a week. It's going to spill over into a month in February. But I think that's okay, that we'll just keep celebrating all the good work of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King and those who have followed. The Ralph and Mary Regulus Center will be hosting the annual Day of Service on Monday, January 17th. There's a variety of locations, so we hope you'll sign up. Volunteers for those activities are absolutely welcomed. On Tuesday, January 18th, we're going to have Lunch with a Purpose featuring Eric Taggart. It's at 11:15 on campus, and so we'll have some discussion about things that we can do to help in the areas of diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging in honor of MLK Week. We're also going to have a virtual alumni panel, Careers That Bring Change. This is hosted by the Office of Alumni Engagement. The panel begins at 7 p.m. It's going to be on Zoom, so if you're out there, you just got to click on the link. You'll see some things out there through the Regulus Center and on our website, and just click and register and come join us then. On Wednesday, January 19th, from 8:15 to 9:15 on campus, we're going to have Civic Coffee and Donuts hosted by Brothers Building Bonds. And I want to thank the Brothers Building Bonds and the student organization that is doing so much to make this a place where all can be welcomed, all can be included, and all can know that they belong in the Purple Raider Nation. So Brothers Building Bonds, January 19th, 8:15 a.m. Sounds like it's a good stop before you get off to class that day. On Thursday, January 20th, we'll be having the keynote address for MLK Week, connecting campus and community. Brandon Scarborough, a graduate of class of 02, and the awards ceremony that night at 7 p.m. in the Giese Center for the Performing Arts. Again, it's open to our community. We would love to have you join us. I also understand that Dr. Grant Cook, Professor Kevin Kern, and Jeff Nitsky, who is the director of our bands, will be doing some work to also do some things along with the alumni office to celebrate the month. So keep your eye on our website for all those things that are going on, and we'll look forward to all of that. If you're looking for other things to look forward to, we'll be having our 5th annual Day of Giving, Raiders Give. That's going to be taking place on Thursday, April 7th. I can say again, and I will keep saying it, those of you who have stepped up to give to Raiders Give, the annual fund, in support of our students in their co-curriculars, their extracurriculars, their athletics, their academic programs, their scholarships, the things that they're doing, you have made it very possible, more than ever these last 2 years, but as always, made it possible for students to give. A number of you have stepped up and started to do endowed scholarships based on your high school. Vanessa and I have championed Stowe High School. I understand that there's 2 of our board members, Matt Dara and John Flynn, that are Kent Roosevelt graduates, and so they've stepped up. Kent is leading Stowe 2-1. If any of you are Stowe High graduates, come help me out a little bit here, and let's even up the score. But it is so good to see so many of you giving back and encouraging high school students to come be part of this. For those of you who wondered what's been going on in the past, I do want to give you a shout out of this book will be coming out. It'll be in the bookstore soon. You can get your campus copy. They're not there yet. We're getting them printed, but it's called Make the Echoes Roll. It's the update of the last 25 years of the history of the University of Mount Union. Harry Paytas is the lead author. I want to give a shout out certainly to Dodie Davis and Bill Coleman. Dodie was our longtime Dean of Women and Director of the Alumni Office, and Bill Coleman was a professor of communication and a true champion of diversity, equity, and inclusion on campus. They really worked a lot. I know a number of you gave information and photos and things that are in the update. It covers the second half of the years of Harold Kohlenbrander on campus, and then through Jack Ewing, Dick Giese, Dick Merriman. The last part of it says this Botzman guy showed up, and things got a little bit awkward at first with everybody wearing masks and having to do things, but they titled it Relentless Optimism. I like that. We're going to be relentlessly optimistic that 2022 is going to be a really wonderful and fantastic year. Again, you are invited to campus. We're open. We're here. We want you here. We're going to be out in the community doing service. We're going to be studying. These students are going to learn. They're going to do great things. You've made so much of that possible. I want to thank you for your generosity, for your support, and for all the wonderful things you do. Blessings to all of you for a healthy and happy 2022. And as always, go Purple Raiders.